Let me bang.
I do let you bang. Hey,
let me bang you, James, man.
I let you bang. I let you bang.
Greetings, marriage and virgins.
Go for Jesus. No forget Jesus, people.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for your favorite mixed martial arts podcast. Recording out of Los Angeles, California, it's MMA Roasted with Adam Hunter.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Hey, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. I'm talking with a guy who is a celebrity boxer. He's 1-0 in celebrity boxing. He's not only that, he's like, well, we'll talk about his whole life, but you got a big fight coming up against Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor, who we've had on the show a couple times, who's a good fighter. The guy's like actually won a bunch of MMA fights. He's 0-3 as a boxer, I believe. Maybe he's 1-3, but
so like I looked into him a little bit. He's 2-3 right now. He fought some fights down in Mexico. And he got a couple wins, but on the big stage he's 0-3. But he's definitely got some MMA experience. A lot more experience than I got, but he doesn't know how much experience I really got. You know what I mean? So
what does that mean?
Well, I've been training off and on for like 5-6 years, and I spar all the time. I spar 2 nights a week most weeks.
Oh, wow.
I take it's time off. I love fighting. So he, like, down where I live down the Jersey Shore. You know about Jersey, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I grew up like I was always the bad guy. I didn't really want to be I never wanted to fight. I always wanted to be a bodybuilder, and then like got so sick of it. So I started fighting at the gym instead of fighting out in public, because you go in the fight, you get to fight the bar or something. Like it all goes. You see what happens at Dylan Dan. It's nothing ever good comes out of it.
Right.
So you might as well actually get hit back. So like I've been using my brand and myself as a tool around me to build, and I have a lot of motivational people around me. Like my roommate is a MMA fighter. He's 10-2.
Wow.
So I got him. That's Phil the Hitman Caracappa. I got a bunch of guys at the gym, man. My gym I train at is number 3 in the nation.
What gym?
Dante Rivera BBJ.
Number 3 as far as what?
Like people coming out of there that make it pro and have like he's got like 20 fighters in there.
MMA or boxing?
MMA.
Who?
Eric Nolan, Phil Caracappa, Nick Caracappa, Carl Robinson came from there. Corey Anderson used to train there.
Wow.
It's right by Nick Catone's. Nick Catone's is pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I watched your first fight against Wide Neck.
Yeah.
You fought this guy who everyone knows. If you don't know, he got arrested and he had a huge neck. That was his claim to fame. And then it was this joke. Hey, he's got next. He's next level, man, this dude. And I'm like, he's impossible to guillotine. You know, the jokes came out. And you put it on him. But you got tired in the third. Third, you looked a little tired.
Honestly, that fight, I've never stopped training since that fight, and no one really understands that. And I already went to that with so much confidence that even like in the first round, in the minute in, I put my hands behind my back and let him hit me because
yeah, you almost got caught there. Like
I got caught, but I know he wasn't going to hurt me.
Really?
Yeah, I have so much confidence in myself, man, and the training abilities I have, and like the just my own skill level. Like he doesn't scare me that he's an inch taller than me. He's been to jail. He was just a little slower than me. His boxing style wasn't that horrendous, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be worse. But like even with this guy, like I'm willing to stand there in the pocket and trade all day. Like,
well, then we'll talk about the Wide Neck fight because it's got like 500,000 hits on YouTube right now. Like,
yeah,
there's more fights than all these guys who spend their whole life fighting. You versus Wide Neck. Now, was it crazy having like Ice-T and Coco and like who else was the commentary? It was like
Paulie Malignaggi,
who loved you. Was it weird having those guys commentate on your fight?
Yeah, especially my first fight. All my friends, like, they fight local promotions. They don't know what they're getting into. And then, like, my fight just blew up. Well, mostly probably because it's Wide Neck. And then I have a huge fan base of my own people that want to see how I fight. Like, they're interested in, like, I heard this kid's a good fighter. He's been around the block, but can he really fight? Let's see. So, like, I give them a little taste of that, which I'm giving them more of a taste of now fighting a guy like this. But, man, like, I just had so much fun with Damon and the whole promotion. Like, as the jokes come out and, like, when I told all my friends at first, like, oh, yeah, I'm fighting Wide Neck, like, none of them believed me. They thought it was weird. They thought it was crazy. But, like, at the end of the day, he wanted to fight. Like, and he was one of the only celebrities that I saw suiting at the time to fight me. Like, the other celebrities.
Paulie was really impressed by you. Malignaggi was, like, super impressed. He was like, and then Ice-T had joke after joke of joke, but you really couldn't miss. I mean, the guy had no head movement, literally, like, but he could take a shot. I mean, you were fucking landing bombs on the dude, and I don't know, he didn't seem that hurt. I mean, he definitely seemed like he got hit, but I
talked to him after the fight. He says that he was just overwhelmed, man. Like, I really overwhelmed him, and I can't understand. That's what I do to most people when I fight them. I throw a lot of shots, like a lot of output.
Was it weird having Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter on the card?
Yeah, I'm not a big Lamar Odom fan, especially after that. I like Aaron Carter. He's not bad. The guy lies through his teeth about a lot of shit. I mean, it's hard to talk to him, but he's a nice guy.
Why are you not a Lamar Odom fan?
He's just a hater, bro.
What happened? What did he do?
You know, he just thinks who he is. He's got no credibility. He doesn't like I'm there trying to put on a show. I'm on your undercard. Like, he shows no respect for other people. Like, I don't know. He just didn't really strike me as the guy I would do business with, or I would.
No,
I'd rather fight him.
You want to fight Lamar? He's big.
I asked Damon multiple times.
But he outweighs you by probably like 80 pounds.
I bet you I'm a way better fight than Aaron Carter would have been.
Dude, Aaron Carter in the first 30 seconds was landing bombs. Like, if he had if he was the same size, he would have won that fight. He was just. It was hilarious.
I think that, again, another time here where I'm going to bring all the action to AC. That's a good card and all. I know Kimbo's on it. He's fighting Bachelor, but
oh, dude, Kimbo Slice is a real fighter. Kimbo Jr. Like, he's had legitimate fights. He's had gas problems. He's never lost because of skill. He's lost because he got tired.
I'm gonna be the most entertaining fight that night. I can guarantee you it, as long as Anthony shows up.
Well, I like Anthony a lot. He's super confident. He's funny. He used to be a male stripper, which he talks about. I think he's hilarious. I mean, he's a hilarious dude, but he's also like this guy's a good fighter. Like, he's a legit.
He's good. I'm definitely not underestimating him, because this is the one opportunity I have. You know, everyone gets their chance to show like that I can box a real boxer and like open whatever door I want. Like, my skill level and my mindset, I could beat whoever I want any given day. So could anybody else, as long as you're more of a man, you have more willpower, and you have more skills. I think I have all that.
I can't wait for this fight. And then I don't understand, though, the Albie Shore. Like, where did they find Albie Shore? And there was a video of him training. He was like in like a Dick's Sporting Good with like a suit on, hitting the bag at like.
I'm not even like, the thing that these guys don't realize is, I'll tell you one thing. Why these fights won't be entertaining as people think. They're using like 20-ounce gloves where I don't even know if Albie Shore can throw that many punches with those size gloves. Like, he's going to get a lot tired than people think. Those are big gloves, big headgear, and a lot weighing on you, bro.
Yeah, no, the other guy looks like he's like legitimately, he's not in the best shape, but he's fought before. I don't know, has Albie Shore ever had a fight?
I don't even know if Albie Shore still rocks.
I saw him in concert. I saw him. Actually, it was like him.
I've been telling my friends all week I'm going to get on your podcast that I love your tweets. You're mad funny. Bro, I be showing them to my girlfriend all the time, like the funny, dumb. She doesn't understand half of it, but my roommate does.
Oh, thanks.
We love how funny you are. Albie Shore, man, I don't know what kind of jokes you're going to have after this about Albie Shore, but they're going to be hilarious. I can't wait.
It's hilarious. The whole thing. I mean, they have Kid and Play performing, who's a good friend of mine. Roy Jones.
I haven't even heard their songs in so long. Can you tell me about them a little bit?
Dude, Kid and Play were like the men in the 80s. They started House Party, Class Act. They had all these great things. They were one of the biggest rap groups in the 80s. They're back on tour. Kid's a comedian. He's a huge he has his own cannabis brand. I don't know what Play's doing, but they're back together and they're performing. Roy Jones is like the special guest referee.
He's going to rep Albie Shore. I mean, he's going to corner Albie Shore.
And then Tresh from Naughty by Nature, who's my favorite rap group, he's going to be there. Tretch. I mean, the whole thing. Flavor Flav is going to be involved in this.
Where do you live?
I live in LA. But I'm
you're
from
not-
Long Island. I live in Winnetka. So this whole card is like, all right, so we got Albie Shore versus and then the whole card is, I feel like people are sleeping on this card because this is hilarious. Hazel Roach. You know who Hazel Roach is? Who is he?
So Hazel Roach is their heavyweight showman. He just fought a heavyweight boxer. I forget the guy's name. He does pretty decent though. He has a lot of experience with that company. So he's basically going to give this guy some good work. The fight before that, Kimbo and Iggy, that would be a good fight.
Is Iggy actually a boxer?
Very underestimated, very good at boxing.
You've actually sparred with him?
No, I just look at videos. He's very good.
So, okay. Sabina Parr, Jen Harley, who are these people?
That's Lamar Odom's ex, and that girl's from MTV, Jen Harley.
They're hot. I mean, beautiful women. And then, but the fight is, yeah, you're right. The fight is you as Anthony Taylor. Roy Jones Jr., they have a celebrity. Kid and Play. Then they have Peter Guns, who he sang the song Uptown Baby. He actually had a couple fights on that thing. He
just fought, who did he fight? He fought Cisco Rodriguez, remember?
Yes. I think he would have won, but he kept doing low blows or something.
Yeah, there was some shit going on. That was right after my fight, so I really didn't catch it. And then
Renee from Mob Wives is going to be on the card. What is she doing?
She's refereeing.
Flavor Flav.
I swear, whatever I hear, like you telling me this, my friend will tell me what's on the card. Like I see it with my own eyes, obviously. But in my head, I just feel like I'm this acrobatic, like fast, hard punching attraction they like to throw me on, this circus of a bunch of freaking celebrities, and I'm out here just demolishing the competition. Like I'm waiting to move around to like something different, and I love Damon, but bro, this shit is just comical. I love the fact that they stick me in here with all these, like even a pro boxer is great. Like
Fred's from Naughty by Nature, he's going to be there as well. But you had no amateur experience, though, right?
No.
Your first fight was against Wideneck.
Yeah, my first fight I was against Wideneck.
So let's be realistic. You obviously can be a good boxer. You know, you are a good boxer. I've seen your skills. You have legit right hand, good left hand, you're athletic. Yeah. But in order for you to be like competitive, you would need about 10, 20, 30 amateurs.
Well, in order to be competitive, you have to be a skilled athlete, and put the effort in to become on that stage. Like, I'm 29, so like for me to be competitive, I would have had to start fighting a couple years back normally, most scenarios. But that doesn't take away, like, if you stick me in the amateur cage and I'm 29 against a 23-year-old kid that doesn't know all the stuff I know, that I can't pick him apart. So right. Same thing with Anthony Taylor. Good guy, you know, but the guys at my gym, the option's not even to lose. Losing's not even an option at my gym. So you don't show up. My record of the guys that train at my gym in MMA last year were like 30-3. We do not show up to lose.
Have you ever done that? Have you trained MMA also?
I train MMA fully.
Oh, okay. What belt do you?
That would be jiu-jitsu, but I'm not a jiu-jitsu belt. I train MMA, striking, grappling, takedown defense, getting up, elbows, knees, Muay Thai,
karate.
Did
you wrestle in high school or any college wrestling or?
No, I played football in high school. I played backup quarterback.
Pick this up. You just picked this up. That's fucking very impressive, man. Like
a lot of people, my growing up, it's weird because growing up, my favorite thing was WWE. You could have said when you were younger, like, I want to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, like nothing less. Which is weird because now I'm in entertainment and I fight boxers and I fight Wideneck and they offered me to fight maybe after this if I want to go fight Kimbo, would be my next fight in celebrity boxing. I thought about it, but there's a great opportunity on the table where I can learn professional wrestling with the AEW, which I might take that route. You got to come up with a persona and your own thing, which I kind of have. But you know what, bro? It's all about growing my brands and doing what I love. Like, I don't really care what other people say because at the end of the day, whatever gets me the paycheck and grows my brands is the most important thing. So if it's boxing, then it's boxing. If Jake Paul sees me beat up his boy senseless on next Saturday night and he calls me and it's like, yo, I love you. I want to put you on my undercard. You're the man. Here's 50 G's. I'm going.
Right, of course.
And the only thing on my mind is that next fight. And that's all I'm looking for.
So you started off, so you were a trainer out of college, and then you started your own fat burner?
So I went out of high school. I trained bodybuilding when I was 16, straight up. I did the childhood dream. I got to 210 pounds. I had all the biggest photographers in the world shoot me. I went to bodybuilding shows. I wanted to sponsor these athletes. I was going to bodybuild. You know, I bench pressed 315. I squatted 405. I did the whole 9. And then I realized I never wanted to be on.
You at all or no?
Of course, when I was younger. So, but then I realized that's not, well, my dad died of a heart attack.
Fuck.
I didn't want to be in a thong on stage. It wasn't my dream, wasn't my passion. So I did love supplements though, like pre-workout. I was the guy that was known in the gym for taking mad pre-workout and punching really fast, running fast, jumping high. That's what I was known as, this acrobatic person. So I didn't know how to capitalize on that. So I started my own supplement company where I just started selling fat burners originally.
But did you make the fat burners yourself?
So we have an award-winning formula. This is called Sliced.
How do you do that? How do you make your own fat burner?
So I used to work for 2 companies, ProSups, G-Force Nutrition. They have their own product line. And I used to do their marketing. You know, your email blasts, you're building your brand out, like just small things that all add up, whether it's meshing people on the back end of their social media, develop a bigger following, to grow their brand. And eventually I loved it so much. It's what I wanted to do. And I didn't want to work part-time doing that and then have sales jobs and do all this.
Right.
So I started by researching formulas that I liked, that I've taken and I liked. I added things in. I've taken things out. Chemists gave me product quotes.
You reach out to chemists. You're like, hey, I want to build a fat burner. My name is, I got this. And then
it's the hardest thing at 23. And this is why. Not because the chemist finding formulas. You can find all that online in hours. You know, if you found the right formula you like and you've taken it and you think it works and you like it and you want to tweak it a little bit, these people will do it for you. Dumping your hard-earned efforts into something, not knowing the outcome, is the biggest risk in life. Like, I make $10,000 in 2-3 months doing whatever I'm doing, and I take it all and I buy 700, 800 of these. And I'm going around to the club, and I work at the club part-time. I'm telling girls that I know, yo, I made this fat burner. It's going to get you skinny. And they're like, is this kid nuts? Like,
so bigger girls and telling them they need to lose. I mean, they must hate you.
It's a hard thing, but you know what? Over the years of meeting people and interacting, so many people tried my products, like it, rebuy it, are addicted to it, enjoy it, and it's a good feeling now. And then from there, I've added more products onto the line. Now I have about 6 products that are supplements, and then I have my own apparel line on top of it.
Now, are they all USADA tested? So if I took your supplements and I was in the UFC, would I test positive for?
Well, I don't make anything that's like no. Yeah, the USADA they're not USADA certified, but everything in them is a regular supplement has. Like, this is a fat burner with just green tea extract, caffeine, and normal things to like speed up your metabolism. Nothing like, I wouldn't even say illegal. I would say banned.
So nobody's taking your stuff and tested positive?
No, nothing is banned in these products. I make a simple EAA, an immune product that's similar to your emergency packs. I make
like, let's say, like right now I want to lose about 15 pounds, right?
Yeah.
I do a boxing workout every day. I do this thing called Fight Camp, right? I do 45 minutes of Fight Camp.
I know what it is. Actually.
I love it. I'm addicted to it.
I see the ads do really well on social media.
I love Fight Camp, right? So if I took your fat burner.
You're literally the prime candidate of the person that loves my fat burner. I'll tell you why. So what it is basically your perfect morning workout. You wake up, you drink 1 cup of water. You take a fat burner, 1, 2 pills, 3 pills. Usually most people take 1 to 2. So you take 2. For the next 2 hours, I just fast. I drink water. I work out. I go for a run in the woods. I go for a run on the block. I work out in the garage. I go to the gym. But I don't eat till 12:30, 1 o'clock. And I do that 3-4 times a week. I see so much difference in my stomach shrinking, my body fat going down Like, I only need like 3 weeks to get in shape for a fight. I can eat whatever, and then 3 weeks, I take the fat burner. I do exactly what I've always done. And only reason I know it works because I've done it so many times. Where I had a photo shoot in 2 weeks, and I would buy the same fat burner online, and I would take the exact same shit with it. And I would just have to lose that like small belly fat. That extra 5% is what makes you look from he's not in shape to he's toned or he's shredded.
And this is it's a pill or it's a powder?
These are pills. These are fat burner pills. I actually can just send you a bottle. I will. After this, we'll discuss your address and stuff. I'll send you.
So that was your company for a while, and then you got into paintings, or
I've been owning. I started this company 5 years ago. I used to have a partner. I bought him out. It's doing great. It's on the upside. I've been offered for people to buy it. I've thought about it, but it's my baby. I love nothing more than going out and people telling me they heard of my company and they take my fat burner. I'd rather them tell me that than they tell me they watch me box by night.
Wow.
And that's because it's just like, it means something that I'm helping somebody.
Yeah. Got it.
So, after years of being like put on the back burner, I was like, not my main source of income. Now I can significantly say the fat burner and the other products help me pay my rent and my extra bills a month, where I'm trying to develop more products for the brand and grow that brand. Where along the way, I stumbled into an idea 3 years back where I was buying all this wall art. I just moved into a new apartment, you know? Right. And I wanted the money on the wall. I wanted the Kobe Bryant. I wanted this. And I looked into it and I was like, yo, these things have to be profitable to a point of like, if you had a big enough wholesale and you're selling enough of them where you're going to make money. And I know how to do marketing already. So I love this branding so much that we came up with an own concept, a unique idea, and its own branding. And we've been developing basically like art, which is like modern day pop art, and under a brand called Offset Canvases. And we also sell hats and shirts, but mostly the more or less the thing is of the art, you know, selling custom designs. We just sent Dustin Poirier 7 canvases this week, 6 of his hot sauce for his office, and then 1 of him, it says paid in full. He's all bloody and shit fighting.
People make their own. So if I have a picture of me, my wife, and my kid, I send it to you, and then you would blow that up, and I could put that.
So even like deeper than that. So we do that, yes. We don't even charge a lot of money to do that, but we have something called a custom designed canvas that's good for like a gift or an anniversary or birthday or something, or a unique experience in your life where like actually we have stuff hand drawn to the T, like for you, like not even just remotely a copy and paste picture. Like I had a guy wanted his face on the guy from Pokemon with all the Pokemons behind him like last month and like all this crazy shit. And we get it done. We have a team.
So you have an artist that you trust that you say this is.
Yeah, I have a team. I have people that are good at graphic designing, people that draw, and I come up with a vision with my imagination. I say, yo, this is how that's going to work, and I get it done like that. And then our own art, we have reoccurring about 200 to 300 pieces on our website that sell monthly. I have about 60 pieces in my house.
What's up, people? Football might be over for the season, but basketball is in full steam for both pro and college hoops. From the latest odds, totals, player performance props, to where the next fired coach is going to land, BetOnline is the #1 spot for all your sports betting needs. Now head over to their website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use promo code CLNS50 to get started. It's not just basketball. BetOnline is your source for hockey, boxing, and UFC odds, right to the Olympic coverage. And it's the best in the business, okay? From sports right down to your favorite Vegas casino games, BetOnline is your #1 online wagering destination. BetOnline, the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports and play your favorite games. BetOnline, where the game starts. Because I said that they had you in the celebrity boxing as the youngest CEO or entrepreneur. So that was like, and then, so then, because your Instagram is pretty popping and you got celebrities following you. Because I thought you were from Miami for some reason. I thought you were.
I love Miami.
You kind of remind me of a Miami person. So then I was like, okay, that's why I'm like, oh, Miami time. So you have that. How did celebrity boxing reach out to you?
So it's weird. I was going to the gym boxing like 5-6 years ago, and I used to have this trainer, and I used to tell him, like, he'd be like, well, when do you take an amateur fight? And I'm like, yo, I'm going to celebrity box. He used to think I was crazy. He didn't even know what I was talking about. And I didn't even know this was a thing. But then once Jake Paul broke through the internet, mind you, I'm already boxing. I'm already MMA training. I live with an MMA fighter. And I just don't – I'm at this weird plateau of my life. I own 2 businesses where I'm not going to go fight at a local show in MMA against some random guy and beat each other's face in.
Some all-American wrestler who like has nothing to lose and has 8 followers.
I get nothing out of it. I'm not going to sit there and sell 50, 100 tickets for a promotion that I could probably make the promotion in my head. I got the money. I got the ideas. I've thought about making promotions. I'd rather make the promotion than go fight in this little promotion right here. And that's just how it comes. Do I think I have what it becomes to be a world champion in boxing or like MMA? Not right now. I don't have the time to put it in, and that's with respect. Do I think that I'm a great athlete and competitor? 100%. 100%. If I said, yo, this door opened up where I could be a world champion, I'd have to put a lot more time into it, and then I could do it. But I don't have the time with my businesses where I really care enough, but I have just enough time.
Beat Anthony Taylor, because this dude, like, I know, I've known Anthony for years, and if you beat him, because he went 3 rounds with James Gallagher. He was beating James Gallagher.
Even for this fight, bro, I had to put one of my businesses, like, I have people that work for me that I had to, like, sub out my whole business just for this camp because I wanted to be more focused, even though I already have the skill set, you know?
It kind of seems like you're a celebrity who wants to be a boxer and he's a fighter that wants to be a celebrity. It's like, it's in some ways.
The thing is, like, Adam, I'm just so confident that I can beat this guy up in my head already. So
he lost to Chris Avila. He lost his last fight to Chris Avila.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with who he lost to, or I could care less who he's fought. I just know that my own skill set, I'm an extremist. We call myself an extremist. So I want to start a supplement company. I'm going to do everything I have to do to get that off the ground and running. Where if I have to beat this guy up, I'm going to do everything I have to do to beat this guy up. And, like, I know my skill level is definitely.
It's 6 rounds?
It's just 3 rounds.
Oh, 3 rounds. How big are the gloves?
20-ounce gloves.
20-ounce gloves. No headgear?
Headgear. Exhibition style.
I don't know if that helps or hurts you, to be honest.
It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, he can't knock me out. He's not knocking me out with or without the headgear. I'm going out there to just demoralize him and his boxing abilities. And then once I'm done with that, if someone wants to step up and offer me enough money to fight somebody else, I will drop everything and fight. And if not, I will wait for the next big opportunity. He's not gonna change my outcome in life next Saturday night at all, bro. I'm gonna run through him like a wrecking ball.
I can't wait to see it. I like both you guys. I was gonna try to have both you guys.
I have nothing against the guy because he could be the next guy.
He's a good cocky guy, and not cocky, but he's funny. He's charismatic. Both you guys are charismatic.
Adam, you walk into a bar and this guy's got better jokes than you. He's going head to head.
Oh no, dude, that's the way.
This guy losing.
I always want to be the funniest guy on the show.
The funniest guy.
Of course, I get it, man. And that's being a competitor. That's what it is. And you know, this guy's standing in your way. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. I don't know why they need to stretch all the people. I think they could have just stopped with Kid and Play. I don't know why they did everything. And now Caitlyn Jenner is doing the next one. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, that's the one they want me to fight Kimbo on once I beat Anthony Taylor next Saturday night.
So what is Caitlyn Jenner doing on this?
She's broadcasting and talking to the microphone, like kind of like Ice T and Coco did.
Okay, so she's not gonna fight because then they were like, are there trans people fighting on the card? Because I heard Damon had 2 trans people on his live, and they looked like he was looking for an opponent for one of them, or like what's going on here?
I don't know. There's some things I'm not involved in. There's some things I am involved in. What I am involved in is beating Anthony Taylor up next Saturday. And no harm to this guy. He was actually just liked one of my things, man. He's a good guy, bro.
He's a good guy.
I wish it wasn't him, but he knows it's him.
Now your walkout, are you gonna have like hot chicks? Do you have because a lot of times people have like a rapper. Are you gonna what are you gonna do?
So actually, they have copyright laws where you can't like have a song on unless you know the artist because it's on pay-per-view and live broadcast for celebrity boxing. So I have a friend I went to high school with that is a rapper now. And he's a good friend of mine. He's pretty good. He's on iTunes and all that. So I'm walking out to his song, and it's getting
Yeah,
half
I
my hometown pumped. So
I like it. All right. Well, that's good. So you got your friend who's a rapper. Are you going to have hot chicks, strippers, throwing money? Are you going to do the whole thing?
you know what's weird? I've gotten this nickname along the way. I don't know how. Money More and Easy.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm an entrepreneur, Money More and Easy. Where I'm told to walk out and just throw singles everywhere. And I've thought about it. So I don't know. Who knows what comes out next Saturday night? But it could be a possibility.
Are you going to pace yourself?
That's always like a last second decision.
Really? So you don't know. You're in strategy. You might just say,
Well, I
fuck it.
have a strategy, but like, bro, when you go in there and you're pacing yourself, and all of a sudden you get hit one shot, you're not pacing yourself. You're swinging for the fences usually. Like,
And you're like, yeah. And plus, you pace yourself. It's only 3 rounds. It's like,
yeah, so I probably will just be moving just as fast as he moves. You know, my cardio is great right now.
I watched this fight against what's his name? Against the Champ's brother, Fury. And he did pretty good against Tommy Fury, because he made it to like a wrestling match. And Fury wasn't really used to fighting boxers. And he just kind of grappled. And
How about that guy, Fury, bro? What a queer.
I don't understand that guy. I think that dude has like a lot of talent, but there's something off.
Something off. He's not fully a Fury. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think, because I think all the talent's there, but mentally.
Him and his brother is so much different. I think his brother's a way better boxer. Way better.
Of course. His brother's the world champion.
Yeah, like he's like not. You could be as pretty as you want. You could be look at he's like an Anthony Joshua. Like Anthony Joshua isn't really a boxer in my opinion, but he is.
Well, those guys, I feel like they grew up differently. Like those guys grew up fighting on some kind. They were like gypsies and grew up fighting on a gypsy reservation. It was just a.
How about Dylan Dennis? Can we always make fun of him? That's always.
Oh, that dude. I don't know. Well, I don't understand Dylan's endgame. Like I like Dylan Dennis. I like almost all fighters, but
you know what? I think
at
it
a
is.
certain point, it's like, bro, Dylan, you're gonna win your fights, but you have to actually fight. I mean, I think.
Well, he was hurt for a while, right?
Yeah, but his whole thing of like calling out Chimaev and it's almost like it doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, he's a troll. And then that bouncer thing, he like tapped. He tapped to a guy that was putting him in a sleeper hold. The guy didn't even know what he was doing. He said, I put him in a sleeper hold. Like, he didn't even know it was called rear naked choke.
I've been thinking for a long time, man, and like, just because there's so many trolls that don't like this guy, I've thought about devoting, after this Anthony Taylor fight, I thought about devoting my next year of my life to just starching Dylan Dennis in an MMA fight.
Dude, I mean, you just have to worry about the ground game. The ground game is what you have to worry about. Just
starching meaning kneeing him in the face. The trolls would love that.
Of course they would love that, and I think that would be a good fight. I mean, he's 2-0, and you're 0-0, but you've had 2 boxing matches. They could put that fight together like that.
I feel like they would just love to use me as a clout, like a stepping stone for this guy, where they think he's going to take me down and submit me, and he probably is going to take me down. That doesn't mean I'm not going to get up.
You got to be careful with that.
Yeah, of course he's a high level black belt, but it's been done and they've been starched. So.
No, they have, especially a guy that can box like yourself. I mean, 100%. And it's just a matter of whether or not you're this comes out to wrestling at that point.
Yeah, no, and I see what people are capable of, especially at the 170-pound weight division, and he's a beast, bro. But I've seen it. I've seen these black belts get beaten in their own game by just not being able to hold you down and not having better hands than you.
Of course. Now, Jake Paul McGregor, if that fight happens in boxing, who do you think wins in boxing?
I love that fight in boxing just because of the height difference. But Jake Paul's just a little too sloppy, so Conor would win. I think that it could be a good fight, but there comes to a point when, like, Conor's boxing is just so clean that Jake Paul inevitably will break, and Conor will land the bigger shots deeper in the fight. Like, do I think they can go like 3 rounds? Sure, maybe. But
what do you think happened with Tyron Woodley? What do you think happened?
What do I think happened? I think money happened, brother. I think money happened.
Money happened to him where he got soft, he got complacent, or someone paid him.
They have the ultimate game plan, you see. So, like, you got you which is crazy because I just skipped over a step here. In my mind, Wide Neck is like that YouTuber he fought, Jake, right?
Yeah.
He goes and fights Nate Robinson, and then he goes and fights Ben Askren. I'm skipping over all that. I'm just fighting this boxer guy, Jake Paul's boy. Okay. Right. So Ben Askren, I think that if any people that know boxing science like myself look at Ben Askren and look at Jake Paul, boxing science, you don't even have to pay Ben Askren any absurd amount of money to not get beat up, because if you pay him $300,000 to come show out, he's getting beat up because he's just too slow. He's like wide neck to me. So now if you skip the next level and you say, okay, I want to get Tyron Woodley, UFC champion, Tyron Woodley has the capabilities of knocking Jake Paul out. So I feel like in the first fight, I feel like it just goes the distance, and Tyron Woodley just takes him the distance and rides out the fight for $2 million, and they give it to Jake Paul. And nothing against Tyron Woodley, but Jake Paul's the money fight, bro. He's got more followers than Tyron Woodley times 10. So it's all money. It's all about money. It's Showtime boxing. It's not what people think, in my opinion. I think in a real boxing fight at the gym, I think Tyron Woodley has definitely capabilities of out-dogging Jake Paul. And that's just – could Jake Paul leave good shots on the table? Yeah, but, like, at the end of the day, Tyron Woodley would dog him. And I think that the next fight's the same thing. Tyron Woodley's already had the backlash of, I already got beat by Jake Paul. Now he has no dignity left. So Jake Paul offers him the same amount of money plus an extra $1 million to just finish the fight on his face. He's doing it. And I don't care that whatever this is on recording and podcast. Yeah. That's just my honest opinion.
You don't think Jake Paul says, listen, I would go to jail for that. That's against the law.
It is if you bet on it.
But there was betting on that fight.
If he bets on it, it's
you can't fix a sporting event, can you? You're not allowed to do that.
No, you're definitely not allowed to. But if you read in Tyron Woodley's bio, he's a stunt actor, and Jake Paul is a boxer, and you put these two idiots in a ring, and just the way it went down, how they just broke the threshold of half the fight after the fourth round, so Tyron Woodley doesn't look like a bitch, and then Jake Paul throws that hand signal and throws him an overhand right, and he goes down flat on his face, okay? The ref calls the fight. Jake Paul walks off like he didn't even know what happened. When if that was like, he would have a different response. He pays the guy, whatever. They're buddy now. Now he's throwing the ultimate bone. Now go out there and I want you to really fight Tommy Fury and beat him up. Because I think that happens next. And I bet you Tyron Woodley actually tries. I bet you it's a great fight.
It's going to be Woodley versus Fury now?
I think that would make sense. And that's
crazy because you've been doing this for 6 years, boxing, and you've actually sparred. And you're the first boxer that I know that has like said that wasn't legit.
I'm very meticulous about fighting to the T of like, I don't want to say I can predict things, but like I know the obvious scenario because I know what we're looking at. We're looking at people at different skill levels, competitors in a ring, and that's what it is. And like to the point of like, bro, I bet on the fights all the time. I bet Jake Paul knocked him out in the 6th round, actually. How's that? It was plus 1,200.
Wow.
1 in 12 odds. And I said he's going to knock him out in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. I bet them all, and I hit it. So,
wow.
Because I knew that he didn't want to make him look like a flake, so he wouldn't knock him out early. But if you think about now, logically, if you give him now he deserves the fight with, like, McGregor. Why? Because he's got 20 million Instagram followers, and McGregor can't find somebody with more followers to fight him. And that's the reality. Doesn't matter. So let's say they get the boxing fight, like you're saying. I feel like McGregor's the one guy he can't pay off. He doesn't care what happens now because he already got exactly what he wanted out of this whole shit, and that's the fight Conor McGregor. So this is the fight where he loses. And just like the Mayweather fight, if there is a script in the Mayweather fight, there definitely was a script, and that's let Mayweather ride you out, Conor, and go the distance almost. So, like, the over was 9.5 in the fight. Mayweather finished him in the 10th. Because if you let the fight ride out the over, there's a bet there on the board that they all could take, and it doesn't make Conor look like a bitch.
Wow. Well, this happens. We're going to go back to the show, and they're going to call
if Nate Diaz fights him, Jake wins by decision. If Conor fights him, Conor knocks him out late in the fight or wins by decision. Jake beats Nate Diaz. There's no way Nate Diaz, for any amount of money, we'll take it down. We'll take it down. But if it's like, I do feel as if like Jake could win the decision.
He's bigger. He's more experienced. He's younger.
But like the kid's got it going on. You can't. If you hate on the kid, you're just hating on me. Like I'm just doing.
Of course,
my thing.
but I also think that that those guys are on stuff. I mean,
So I think Jake Paul's on like supplements probably for that fight. It's hard, bro. He doesn't really look that insane.
Yeah.
He's 23. He's in his prime. Like if he died a little bit, he would look like that.
But he's also knocking out Tyron Woodley with big gloves.
Which I just told you is not real. Tyron Woodley hasn't been knocked out since like freaking since MMA. Like
even in MMA he wasn't getting knocked out.
Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense on paper.
But I don't know. But I know Tyron. I don't think he would do that. And then why wouldn't he double cross him and just put $1 million on himself to win the fight? I mean, and then.
You're right, but at the same time, like Tyron Woodley doesn't got $2 million to go to Vegas and put on himself and not move the line.
Right.
Did you see the late line movement on the fight?
No.
Jake Paul went from like minus 130 to like minus 220.
Fuck. All right, man, you're ruining everything for me. But listen, your fight is what I'm looking.
I'm not trying to ruin. I'm trying to like open your eyes to like maybe a bigger picture.
I'm seeing it. I feel like I'm like it's like what being red pilled. I feel like I'm being.
I feel like it's all about the money, man. Like, how much more money does Jake Paul and Showtime make if Jake wins?
I don't even know if these fights are even like sanctioned fights, right?
They're not.
They're like they're exhibitions, quote, right? So
yeah, I mean, a sanctioned fight would have one per se would have more rounds, but they've been pretty sanctioned, as in like timing wise to the T, so you don't know, But like for say, I mean, celebrity boxing, like there's no even record on paper if I won or lost. Unless you look at my Instagram, how would you even know if I won or lost?
No, of course. Well, first of all, where can people find you? Your Instagram, your fat burner, and your art.
Well, next Saturday night, you can find me at the Showboat beating up Anthony Taylor.
Yes.
You can find me.
Now, is that online pay-per-view? CelebrityBoxing.com.
CelebrityBoxing.com. You can buy the tickets. You can go on Fight TV. You can buy the pay-per-view. My Offset Canvas company, offsetcanvas.co. My fat burner is called Sliced. At GetApexSport.com. We sponsor over 20 fighters. Wow. We make their walkout shirts. We have over 4,000 walkout shirts made that say Fight Club, and you've seen people on Bellator, UFC, under fight companies like CFFC and Ring Combat. They've walked out in the shirts, like UFC Fight Pass type stuff. We do a lot for the community as Apex Sport. We donate to the police department. We donate to the local gyms. We have screen advertisements in all the gyms out here in Jersey. I'm a big Jersey Shore guy, basically.
You one of those hot Jersey girlfriends, or no?
I got a hot Jersey girlfriend, yeah.
Nice. How long?
They usually come from New York,
Of course. They're always like tan, and they're always like super hot till they talk, and then the accent sometimes is like no.
Italians, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. But listen, can't wait to watch you fight on Instagram. Where can people find you?
Drew Mournet.
DrewMourneezy.com or Drew Mourneezy on Instagram. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Good luck with your fight, man.
Well, wait. We need some jokes from you before we get on.
Jokes. I have nothing to prove. I talked to my therapist yesterday. I have nothing to prove to anybody. If you want jokes, go to Adam Comedian or Adam Hunter. I will make 1,000 jokes about you during your fight. Next Saturday night, I'm going to order your fight, and you have lots of jokes about you and
extra ones. These Cali boys got to stop messing with these New Jersey boys.
Yes. I told Anthony he should like knock people out and make it rain on them. But maybe you could do that to him. Like you could he used to
I have nothing. If the guy lands a bunch of clean shots and beats me up for it, like great for him. I'm going out there with nothing to lose, and I'm going to take his head off. So.
To do that, and I put like $1 in like his G-string or like in his thing, just for like old time's sake. So he wakes up, at least he'll have the male string.
That's why I got to throw the money when I come out.
He told me he's banged thousands of women in his life, by the way, just so you know.
I don't doubt it.
Make him get like a chlamydia test or something before the fight, like an STD test or something.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't touch me.
It's gonna be great, man. You guys can now touch herpes instead of touching gloves.
So you watching it? You're watching on Fight TV?
I'm gonna watch it on Fight TV. I can't wait.
You're gonna get so many jokes out of it. I can't wait to see your
Are you
tweet.
kidding? Kid and Plays, my man with Tretch, Flavor Flav. How could you go wrong? And
Your tweets are gonna be hilarious. I can't wait.
I'll be sure. I mean, how could you?
What's up with you on the UFC event? You were on the big screen the other night, a couple nights ago.
Yeah, I have two specials on Fight Pass. I
What are
have
they?
one called Adam Hunter Throwing Punches. It's on Fight Pass. Another one, UFC Comedy Jam. It's me, Henry Cejudo, Dean Thomas, and Chael Sonnen all doing a comedy show. And we have another one coming out. We're shooting in April in Las Vegas. I think it's going to be Juliana Pena and some other people, Aljamain. So
Make sure you're with Chael Sonnen. Drew, tell him, say Drew Mournet said what's up. Make sure you get me on talking about some podcast stuff on there.
Absolutely. I love Chael. He's a good friend of mine.
Make sure that you guys talk about me coming over to fight MMA soon, because I'm sure you guys want to see me starch Danis.
I do. I'll talk to. I don't know Rich Chow anymore, but whoever the matchmaker is. But I will try to
name Nate.
I don't know. I used to be Rich. I don't know who it is now over at Bellator. But yeah, just why don't you just call him out?
Maybe after this fight, we'll see what happens. If it's either fake wrestling, MMA, or
if you call out Dylan Dennis after you win,
he's got to fight me.
He has to. If you call him out, and he'll definitely respond, and he's got a pretty big reach, so at least you'll get all that.
Well, what about Kimbo? You want to see me fight Kimbo after?
No, I mean I like Kimbo. Kimbo's dad was a legend, and it's not the same. I don't know Kimbo's personality.
He doesn't really have one, but I feel like we'll beat the living shit out of each other.
It'd be a great fight, but Dylan Dennis and you would be a good fight because you have the boxing and he has jiu-jitsu. So it's actually a good fight. It's whether or not, and you also have MMA combat. So I think that's a good, and he's 2-0. And he's got like no record so far. So I think that's a great fight to make.
Yeah, I've been talking about just getting in there for years of MMA. So it could happen. It could very well happen within a year. So.
Well, I'll do what I can. And thank you. And have a good rest of the day, brother.
You too, bro.
Take care. Bye-bye.